Hello everyone, welcome to my Classic Champion Thoroughbreds YouTube channel, where I do a video analysis of the 2 and 3-year-olds on the Triple Crown Trail. My name is Calvin Carter, and I hope that my analysis helps you with handicapping the horses on the trail. And please, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Also, if you would like me to help you buy yearlings at auction, or profile races to determine the best fit, where your horse will have the most opportunity for success, you can contact me at my Classic Champion Thoroughbreds website, or message me on X at Calvin L. Carter. This Friday and Saturday, all eyes of the thoroughbred world will be focused on Del Mar Racetrack for the 42nd running of the Breeders' Cup races. In addition to profiling the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I'll also be profiling the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies and the Breeders' Cup Classic, which is on Saturday. Let's take a look at the races. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and all you railbirds from the East Coast to the West Coast, we have a call buster alert, which means that there are some long shots in these races coming up that could perhaps put a dent in some of these here wagering strategies of these computer-assisted wagering platforms. So let's take a look at the juvenile fillies. Here you see the Classic Champion Thoroughbred profile of the horses entered in the race. The top 4 in breeding are Explora, Super Corridora, La Ville Lumiere, and Meaning. Now, Explora has the best breeding of all, and there's a lot of parity in these other horses here. And at this time of year, in the juvenile fillies and in the juvenile, any one of these horses could perhaps step up and win. The 3-year-old is when they really start to, define who they are and how good they're going to be. But shortly after he created this profile here, we saw that some of these other horses down here with the lower grades were stepping up winning races like Tommy Joe and Percy's Bar. So we created this behavior index, and that allows us to move horses up or down in ranking. And as you can see here, we have Explora, Bala Rouge, Meaning, and Tommy Joe. And when I look at this behavior index and the Classic Champion Thoroughbred profile, I come up with my final ranking and have Explora, Bala Rouge, Tommy Joe, and these two are tied here, Iron Orchard and Percy's Bar. Now, Super Corridora is a long shot I like. She's 15 to 1 on the morning line. She comes into this race with a 1-1-0 record in 3 starts. She broke her maiden last out by 8 1/4 lengths, and she's an improving filly. So if she takes another step forward, she could perhaps potentially finish in the money. But time will tell. We'll see. Here's the Brisnet Prime Power. They have Tommy Joe, Explora, Iron Orchard, and Percy's Bar. Equibases has a new thing that they're doing where they rank the horses. They have Explora, Percy's Bar, Tommy Joe, La Ville Lumiere, and La Wally. And over here on the morning lines, you can see it's Explora, Tommy Joe, Bala Rouge, and Percy's Bar, the top 4 in the morning line. Post time is race number 7, 6:25 p.m. This is how I think it could perhaps unfold, and like I said, I like Super Corridora as a long shot here. So let's take a look at the juvenile. Here's the Classic Champion Thoroughbred profile. Top 4 in breeding are Blackout Time, Litmus Test, Mr. AP, and Ted Noffy. Behavior index is Blackout Time, Mr. AP, Brant, and Intrepido. And my final ranking over here is Blackout Time, Mr. AP, Brant, and Intrepido. I really like Blackout Time. He has the best breeding of all. He comes in this race with a 1-2-0 record in 3 starts. And if he stays healthy, I look for him to be formidable on the trail next year. And like I said, at this time of year, any of these horses could step up and win. There's a lot of parity here. But Mr. AP, he's my long shot here. He's 30 to 1 on the morning line. He comes in the race with a 1-2-0 record in 3 starts. He broke his maiden last out by a nose, and he's improving colt. If he takes another step forward, and he has that potential, he could finish in the money, but time will tell. Here's the Brisnet Prime Power. You have Ted Noffy, Brant, Blackout Time, and Comport. Equibase ranking: Comport, Blackout Time, Ted Noffy, and Intrepido. Now these three horses here, I think, are really going to be motoring on down the track here. Ted Noffy, Brant, and Comport are going to be really vying for the lead, I think, and it could be a very fast race, and that could set up nicely for Mr. AP, but time will tell. We'll just have to see. Morning line odds: Ted Noffy, Blackout Time, Brant, and Intrepido. Race number 9, post 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's take a look at the Classic, which is on Saturday. Here you see the Classic Champion Thoroughbred profile of the horses entered in the race. Forever Young has the best breeding of all in journalism. Excellent breeding. Sierra Leone, real good breeding. Beza, that's your top 4 in the breeding. Behavior Index is Forever Young, Journalism, Fierceness, Nevada Beach, and Sierra Leone. My final ranking is Forever Young, Journalism, Fierceness, Nevada Beach, and Sierra Leone are tied. And the long shot I like in this race. Well, first of all, let me talk about Forever Young. And another thing too, this is the best field we've seen in quite some time. A lot of talented horses in this race. But Forever Young and Journalism, they're my top 2 favorites. I've liked them ever since I first saw them race. Forever Young has always been a tough competitor, and he comes into this race with a 9-0-3 record and 12 starts, with victories in the Middle East and Japan. Forever Young, like I said, was my top pick in the 2024 Kentucky Derby. If he hadn't been interfered with by Sierra Leone in the stretch, I believe he could have won that race. Journalism is a Classic Champion winner of the Preakness Stakes, and he comes in this race with a 6-3-1 record in 10 starts. He's always been a tough competitor. And the long shot I like is Bob Baffert trainee, Nevada Beach. He comes in this race with a 3-1-0 record in 4 starts. So he's the most lightly raced colt in this Classic. However, I like the way Baffert has conditioned Nevada Beach, starting him off at a mile and stretching him out to 8.5 furlongs, and then he followed that up with 2 9-furlong races. Nevada Beach appears to be peaking at the right time. Both of his 9-furlong races were ran in racehorse time, and with veteran jockey Mike Smith in the irons, I look for him to run a good race and potentially finish in the money, but time will tell. There's a lot of talented horses in this field, but Baffert knows how to condition horses and get them ready. And I believe that Nevada Beach is peaking at the right time, almost like if he was getting him ready for the Derby. It looks like he's been preparing him to get him ready for the Breeders' Cup Classic. And he's peaking at the right time. So time will tell. We'll see here. Prime Power's Journalism, Fierceness, Sierra Leone, Antiquarian. Equibase has Forever Young, Journalism, Mind Frame, and Fierceness. Morning line odds are Fierceness, Forever Young, Sierra Leone, and Journalism. The Sovereignty, as you can see here, is ranking. That's his ranking there. 4th in the Behavior Index, 3rd in the final ranking. So he would have been in the top 4 and could have perhaps won 2. But that's where he would have been if he had run in this race. Race number 9 on Saturday, post time 7:45. Again, thank you for watching my video. Good luck with your wagers.